So, welcome everyone to my patch 9.24 rundown. Yes, sorry it's coming out a day late. Yesterday I had our ISP randomly just had, they didn't explain what happened, but they had like a massive failure, so I was out internet for a full 24 hours. But right as it was failing, I actually ended up getting 8th twice because it just cut out mid game and I got 8th. So I lost a lot of progress yesterday, but that's okay. Gain it back. So I have read some of the tentative changes, and I think most of them went through. This is the Senna, Lucian, and Mumu patch. I haven't played PvE at all. I did play one game just before this. I had a Mumu too. It felt pretty good. Got second. I don't know. So yeah, let's just dive into it. Alright, greetings tacticians. The Soulbound, Senna and Lucian, along with the Mumu, headline patch 9.24. We're also giving a boost to some of the underperforming origins and classes. Nice. Our hope is that going deep into the compositions, blah blah blah, Inferno, Light, Rangers, Berserker. So yeah, basically they're saying like three Inferno, 3 Light, 3 Ranger, 3 Berserker is like okay, but 6 is terrible, which is accurate. We're decreasing the effectiveness of early hyper rolling by reducing the scaling of. Thank you! Renekton, Maokai, Ivern, the Predators, Kog'Maw, Warwick, I guess. Yeah, let's talk about the current state of the game. I played Electric like every game. I think it's really good. I think that late game, the patch is really balanced. There's only a few things I don't like. There's like the declaw bug where Renekton doesn't take, mainly it's Renekton, but anyone with declaw doesn't take the healing debuff from Morello. Hyper rolling still feels too easy to get and maybe too strong compared to. I've had boards where I'm against, like the Eggnog comp, and I have like 2-star legendaries, and we can't kill like Renekton. It's just stupid. Other than that, I think they've been doing a good job. To me, it feels a little early to be releasing new champions, but I guess Riot wants to keep it spicy, so YOLO Swag 420. Okay, so the first Soulbound champion to die will instead continue fighting until all other Soulbound champions are dead. This is like pretty problematic. You just plop the one with more DPS in the front to die instantly, and then the one in the back with like GA. I mean, when they first announced this, it seemed like it was going to be too strong. The fact that they are light and shadow, and you already have, like light vein, shadow kindred, there's probably some spicy comps in here that you can mix and match light and shadow, or like make one of them light. I don't know. Anyways, so Senna's tier 2 Shadow Soulbound. Senna fires a beam through her furthest ally, dealing not a ton of magic damage, but it hits. I think it hits all of them, and then buffs allies on hit for 5 seconds to deal. Okay, so it's basically like budget Nami, right? She throws her thing, it does some damage, and then it buffs allies on hit. Lucian, 4 cost, light soulbound, the culling. He fires 10 plus 2 times his attacks per second. What is the X? This is confusing. Lucian fires 10 plus 2 times his attacks per second. Okay, so if he has 1 attack speed, I don't know what this means. But anyways, he fires a lot in a direction over 4 seconds, each dealing percentage of his AD, applying on hits. Okay, wow. This coupled with the fact that I think they're buffing Giant Slayer, maybe Giant Slayer has some use, and dealing magic damage as well. So it's deals physical, magic, and on hit. Lucian, I mean, this combo seems pretty nuts, right? You just have Lucian suicide and deal damage the whole round while you have Senna in the back with like a GA or something. Amumu. Inferno Warden. Inferno as a class has just no front line. Before, if you ran 6 Inferno, you basically had to have a spatula for it, which just felt like a waste because Rod goes into Morello and there's just other better spatula items. Curse that mummy, Amumu explodes, dealing 152 lead, baby. So it grows with the hexes, which is cool, I think. It's a better way to like temper power. Like last set you had units like Gnar, Sedge, Cho that were problematic because they had like gigantic AoE. Like if you're not hitting 2-star Mumu, 2 hex radius is not that big. So I think that's cool. I saw this in the last game. They flipped these. Don't love it. I think in like 3 days it'll be good. I noticed they added in the little EXP thing. Basically the curse overlay or whatever that was. So, suck it. Third-party apps. Riot hates you. It is nice. I didn't use it because the app was annoying to me, but yeah. I think it'll be really nice in 2 to 3 days. Right now it feels awkward, especially if you were a clicker. If you don't use hotkeys and you click EXP refresh, they swapped them, so GG. I noticed this as well in the one game I played. You have, again, if you click, or I suppose this is all for like mobile coming up, right? If you click or you're on mobile or whatever, this is really nice. I use hotkeys 3 and space, but it's all cool. Traits, okay, Berserker. I'd heard on PvE it was supposed to be plus 50, which was just ridiculous. I'm glad they didn't go with that. 6 Zerkers, you never went just because there's a lot of weak units in the class. This will probably, you'll see it more often, maybe like 6 Zerker Electric or 6 Zerker Glacial Warden something, I don't know. Cloud, 5% on each tier. Cloud, you pretty much don't spec in unless you're conveniently getting it. The only comp that really ever runs it is Blender Nocturne on a wind map because you get Kiana as your 3rd assassin, and then you have wind with Kiana, Janna, and Yasuo. Electric. I love Electric, you guys know that. I don't think it needed a buff on tier 2 or tier 3. This makes it a lot more viable early game. However, I already thought it was pretty good if you played it with certain champion combos, such as Wardens or sometimes Predators. So this is nice to see. However, I'm worried that everyone's going to start playing it, and I no longer can just run it every game without competing. Inferno. Effects trigger on spell damage goes to effects trigger on... Okay, so now you get on spell damage and crits. Interesting. The bonus damage is now 4 seconds, but less damage. So it's more burst, less dot. That's fine. Hexes that light on fire. I assume this is 3 Inferno, 6 Inferno, 9. Holy, so if you get 9 Inferno, the whole map is just on fire. Because this is probably like hex radius. Maybe not. Maybe it's a line. I don't know. Light. Okay, Light got 5% attack speed buff. I still think Light is pretty bad. It feels super hard to, like, get online. Ocean, they just hit 5 off of the 4 cost, which I think probably the best way to nerf this. I thought maybe they were going to make it so like you get it after 5 seconds instead of 4 seconds, which would give other comps like an additional second to kind of do whatever before they just get one shot. Okay, Rangers are just really bad. Part of it is because everything that's meta owns them, and part of it is because the units are just super weak. Like Varus is pretty bad, and Twitch is actually the worst unit in the game. Kindred is good. Vayne is pretty good. Ashe is situationally good. And those are the 6. So I don't even know what it was before. 6. So I mean it's 5% and then 15. Like that's pretty significant. I still think like 6 Rangers is just a meme. You're never gonna see that. 4, maybe there's some 4 Ranger builds with like Wardens and like Crystal and or like Poison as a front line. I don't know. I doubt there will be that much spice for Rangers for a while. Oh, I forgot Ezreal. Ezreal's pretty good. Shadow. With the addition of Senna, we restructured the trait from 2/4 to 3/6. Okay, yeah. Like, this has to happen, right? If it's still 2/4, you could literally just get Malzahar and Senna early game every game and just be like a monster. So I think this is important, right? Before it was like just if a shadow unit got the kill, it would reset. Now if they participate in a kill, it resets. So assists reset your damage as well. 70, 140. I don't even know what it was before, but whatever. I actually think like shadow will be less common now because for shadow you could add a lot of filler, right? But 6, to get 6 you have to run. Most comps only ever go level 8, so you're basically running only shadow units plus 2, whereas before it was like you're running 4, and you can put in Rangers or Blade Master or whatever. Yeah, Chad is saying 3/6 is like a much larger investment, so I don't think you see shadow as often. But maybe because Senna's good, I don't know. I didn't play shadow very often. Summoner, okay, so this is probably necessary. You see Summoner way too often, and the 40% health is like insane on Tibbers and Yorick and Zed. So 30% good, and then if you do decide to go 6 Summoners, which you never will, you get a little bit bonus. Okay, champions. So Ivern got 100 at rank 3 and 50 at rank 2. That's good. I mean, this is basically killing that eggnog comp where you just hyper roll Ivern, Maokai, Renekton, Diana, and LeBlanc. Maokai. The other thing too about Druids is just like early game, there's not enough accessibility to healing reduction unless you have Morello right off the bat, or you're committing to a comp that uses red buff, which is way less flexible. So if someone does get Maokai 2 or Ivern 2 or Nico 2 or just all the woodlands, it's super hard to even kill a unit early game. So then you just take a lot of damage, which I'm talking about like in stage 2, which sucks. So yeah, Morello is like still the best item for sure because there's so much healing. Renekton, 25 less heal, 50 on 3. Okay, I thought maybe one of the ways, like definitely a problematic unit. I thought one of the ways they might deal with it is to give him a small delay on his spin. Like Renekton, if you think about it, is basically just Darius but with better synergies. And there's no delay on his ability, right? His spin is just instant. So he gets low, there's no wind up, he heals a lot, right? If he's surrounded by 5 units, he can heal to like full health at level 2. But this is good. I mean, it's still a good unit, it's just probably not over the top broken anymore. I guess we'll see. People are saying that the Renekton declaw bug is not fixed, which would be tragic because that's one of the biggest issues. Okay, tier 2. Nico is now, okay, so instead of 420, she's 660. I think Nico sucks because she's, Like, she's better than LeBlanc because she's a Druid and she has AoE, so she uses Morello better. But LeBlanc is more consistent and is a mage, so it goes into Ocean Mage much easier, right? You can throw in Vlad Syndra and get Mage and Ocean with Woodland Druid at level 6, or rather level 5. But this Nico should be better now. You can position her slightly less idiotically. Her ult is still random, but I don't know. Yasuo 5 AD. I don't know if he needed it. People were telling me that like tier 3 Yasuo is like the most underrated 3-star. I don't know if I believe that, but I don't think he was weak or strong. I don't know. 5 is like whatever. Hey Green. Tier 3. Aatrox. Okay, 15 mana off his ult. He was so bad. I think they were worried that he'd be like ridiculously broken like set 1. But they just like overdid it. They gutted his damage and his mana, and since he doesn't benefit from Demon, it's not like he can spam ults anymore. So Aatrox is just like super underwhelming. Sivir, I also don't think Sivir needed AD, but whatever. Okay, Soraka is another unit kind of like Nico where she would be good, but she's just too short range. I like this. Especially since the map, you know, is deeper this set. It's 4 deep instead of 3, so I don't know if she needed attack speed. I feel like Soraka was already pretty good. The only thing that was holding her back is that she was really short range, but her ult is super impactful and Mystic is really strong. Annie. Oh wow, so they're nerfing Tibbers as well as the 10% health. So most of the time when you run Annie, you're running summoners, right? You throw in Zyra or like Zed Yorick or like Zyra Yorick or whatever, Malzahar, Zyra. So this is like pretty significant. Not only Tibbers takes more damage from autos, this is probably translates to like 5% mitigation damage, 200 less health, and then also 10% of that, so another 200. I did think Tibbers felt really hard to beat. Let's see. Brand got hit as... Oh, he got... No, he got nerfed. So 25 damage off. I don't even think that's that bad. That's pretty minimal. But Annie, Summoners, Brand, and Ocean all are getting nerfed, so Ocean Mage is probably less prevalent. Malphite got a huge tier 3 buff. What? This is like 4 times more damage. Yeah, Malphite damage felt pretty low. It'd be fun to like stack him with like Mage's Hat, Crit Rod, or Jeweled Gauntlet, Mage's Hat, and then like Death Cap or Morello. Just see him like pop teams, but that's honestly probably what they're trying to avoid, because you don't want this to become another like Cho'Gath, like Sork Cho situation where he could just like pop people. Yorick. Okay, this another 600 health at level 3. You just never see tier 3 Malphite Yorick, and if you do, they deserve to win, right? Tier 5, Taric. Okay, yeah, Taric is the worst tier 5. 25 mana. Maybe he gets his ult off faster and he's more impactful. Singed or Zed is probably best tier 5. I think Zed is better, but I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't get touched. I don't know how they'd change him, though. Singe, so 50 at tier 1, 100 at tier 2. Wow, that's actually kind of a lot. Singe is still like the best user of Morello, and the fact that he screws up so many units AI is just really valuable. Lux should be a champion that makes you at least consider pivoting to accommodate her. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Lux as a unit, like her synergy obviously makes comps much more powerful, but like as a 7-cost unit felt pretty bad. So 5 less mana, 100 more damage. This is probably good. I don't know. It felt bad when I had like a tier 2 Lux that was like there were seriously examples more than once last patch where I had tier 2 Lux, tier 2 Singe, tier 2 Zed, and then they just die to Renekton 3, and it's like, how are my legendaries and 7 cost 2 stars losing to like a 1 cost? So that just feels bad. Items. This is problematic, I think. Like, Phantom Dancer was obviously way too strong. However, the change that they are putting in without touching any assassin unit. Like, the most common comp is Blender, right? Which got... Yasuo got buffed. Sivir got buffed. Cloud got buffed. And then no one else got nerfed. No assassins got changed. Phantom Dancer now only negates the bonus damage from crit strikes rather than dodging the entire attack. This change will not be reflected until patch 10.1. Lol. Okay, well. That feels lazy, but whatever. Reduce the likelihood of class items appearing on Dragon. Okay, this is nice. Like, it felt pretty bad to just get, like, a light spat. At least in set 1, when you got a spatula item that was essentially useless, you got double stats, right? Like, let's say you're running a full mage comp or sword comp and you got like a blade master spat. At least you're like, well, I get 30% attack speed. But they got rid of that. Probably due to the fact that mage had his tier and you don't want to give someone 40 mana. Let's see. Re-enabled a bunch of... I wish they'd say, like, what the chance is, but whatever. Re-enabled a bunch of items to drop from Dragon. Wait, why? What was disabled? Okay, Thieves' Gloves, Fawn, and Titanic Hydra. I think that they can't possibly let Titanic Hydra be on it because it can kill your whole team. Dragon has so much health that it'll just like 3-auto your whole team. Which is fine because this item blows anyways and you never want to get it. Okay, Giant Slayer, 1% more. I still think it won't be that good. Like, it's not even a bad item, it's just everyone remembers how broken it was in set 1, so that comparatively it seems so bad. Bug fixes. Fixed a rank bug where getting 0 LP for 4th place would result in a demotion. Getting 4th place will now always grant at least 1 LP. Dab, nice. That helps me too, because like someone who's towards the top of the ladder, sometimes when you get 4th you get like 0 or 1, so now you're at least getting 1, I guess. Talia's tooltip to say she targets random enemy. Apparently they changed that. It's now... It used to be the unit with the most mana, which was too strong for 1 cost, so now it's a random enemy. Every luck except Light had 10 more base AD than... What? Okay. Where he also took too long to reach his Hex and resume attacking SSR and I don't know. I haven't seen any of these. Yeah, some of the loading screen tips were like from last set. I heard about this, I never saw it because I never put items on Twitch because I'm not terrible, and Twitch is terrible. Fix Renekton's ability tooltip to properly say it deals magic damage, okay. Fix a bug where occasionally Skarner's shield would persist. Really? I never saw that. Fixed Inferno damage zones being created when Zyra plants expire. Fixed a bug where continuously applying red buff or Morello sprint for more than 10 seconds would cause the anti-healing. Maybe this is their way of saying that they fixed the thing on D-Claw, but I doubt it. I heard about this. I never abused it because I thought it was stupid. I wish... Okay, the 2 bugs I wish they addressed. Dragon Claw mitigating Morello burn. And the frickin' bug where, like, you face Singed on your map, and then you can just hear his sound effects for like the remainder of the game. I hate that bug because it's just so annoying. Pretty good patch. I'm excited again. I've only played one game on it. The quality of life seems nice. Not sure about Soulbound. It seems too strong. I like the changes to the tier 1s. I think you're probably going to be seeing way more assassins. People are just going to force Blender all the time. It was already like an A tier, S tier comp, depending on how early you hit it. But now that Phantom Dancer essentially just isn't an item anymore. I don't really know what you do against like tier 2, tier 3, Infinity Edge, Nocturne, Blade Master comp.